All right, what's up, everyone? DJ here, catching some sun on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. What I want to talk to you about, though, is going to be my Whoop band. Now, some of you may know I've had a great year in fitness. A lot of progress has been made, and there's a handful of things that they contribute the most to it, I guess you could say. Whoop is going to be one of them. Now, Whoop is something that really is not a mystery to a lot of people. They understand what it does, what it tracks. That you can find out in a Google search really quickly, but where Whoop really shines is just kind of the day-to-day experience of having it, in the sense that it tracks your strain score, which is kind of like how hard you're exercising or just doing stuff. It tracks your recovery score, which is, how well you've recovered in accordance to like your sleep, and then also whatever else you've done to contribute to it. And then of course sleep as well. But the great thing about this is that you just have perspective that you never otherwise would have had. I mean, it's so easy to just think that like you're working harder than you are, or that what you're doing isn't impacting you in such a negative way, but it really is. I have a couple of drinks and see my score go into the red zone, which isn't good, even though I didn't even work out at all. And it's just nuts to think how many nights of my life I probably would have had much, much, much lower scores, but with Whoop, I'm able to see that. And maybe that wouldn't have been a problem for you, but for me and probably a lot of people, it would have been. You just think you can have these drinks and get beat up one night and be okay, but it really puts things in perspective when you see the numbers. It's like, fuck me, I'm not doing this anymore. Also for working out. Now, a lot of times I might go to the gym and think I'm going harder than I am, and the fact is when you actually get the data from Whoop, you're really not. And same with sleep. Now, sleep, it's like, okay, I'll just, get sleep, go to work, I'm okay, I'm not really tired. But man, there's times where, looking at the data, you realize like, okay, you're in sleep debt, you're not getting as many hours as you should, and you're way behind on that. Or maybe you're just not getting quality sleep, and it's just something that, it doesn't sit well with you. Like, you want to make changes. And at the end of the day, man, people have made amazing fitness progress and all sorts of things with no Whoop band. But, for me and maybe for you, it could be a real game changer where you start to see things in a new light, and it just gets you to do different things. And I firmly believe that, knowing is most of the battle. Taking action's not that hard. Like, if you know something is a problem, then you take effort and fix it. You know what I'm saying? So if you have any questions about these, let me know, but it's worth like the $200 to subscribe for a year. Highly recommend. Peace.